Okay, so what I'm going to get into now is pretty much how to start your first army in Warhammer. It is the most terrifying thing you can possibly do because you need to know where exactly your money's going, and you don't want to start off on the wrong foot. You don't have an army and then change your mind 2 months, 2 weeks later, and completely regret it. So I'm going to show you how to get into it properly, and please don't go by the rules. Go with what you genuinely looks awesome. The rules change all the time. The rules change for Warhammer all the time. So 1 month an army could be amazing, and the next month the army could be awful. So look, pick an army. Doesn't matter if they're bad at the moment. Give it about 2 weeks and they'll be the most OP thing, and then give it 2 more weeks and then they'll be the worst army. So that's why I'm going to start off with the Space Marines, because the Space Marines, they don't really get that treatment. They are always just middle ground in there. They always get new models, and also everybody's gonna like tell you to start off with the Space Marines. So off the bat, the Recruit Edition is a great starter box set. It only comes with 5 Space Marine not intercessors, assault intercessors. So it is like a small start to it. Obviously, it's great if you have a friend and they want all these models to the left, or if you want the Necrons on the left. But making your first army, this is not a full good choice, because you're probably going to want a few more, because you're not really going to get into a game with only 5 Space Marines and a lieutenant. So there is the next option. The next option being the next one up from that, which might even be sold out at the moment. If I can go and yeah, there we go. So the next one was Elite Edition, and that came with 3 Outrider bikes, and there's a lot more on the Necron side as well. So you have a new captain, still the same amount of intercessors. Now the next one up after this is the exact same box set, but literally just with some terrain. Bit of an insane idea is the Horse Heresy box set, because you can use all of this in 40k, every single bit of it. Not the measurement stuff on the back, but you can use the Dreadnoughts, the Space Marines, the Terminators, the Captains, and the Land Raider, and they're all great models. I love them. I love painting them. Every time I see the Terminators, just look at them. I think they're sick models. I think they're so cool. I remember getting them for the first time. I fell in love with them, and I couldn't wait to get them. And it was just around the time when Games Workshop had stopped making them, for that moment of time, because they were getting updated box art and they were also being put in the boxes, so they're all like taken down off the websites. It's also when GW introduced these new Mark 6 Marines. I like them. They're pretty cool. They're a good scale. They're not as small as the old Tactical Marines, and they're not as big as the new Primaris Marines. They're in the middle, and they are quite nice. They don't suit some of the Chaos factions, but sure, if you're playing Space Marines Loyalist, you can paint these whatever you want. It works like either way. This is the Land Raider here. Great model, taking me ages to build and paint. But the Dreadnought. This is the second time Games Workshop have made this plastic Contemptor Dreadnought. You can buy the Contemptor Dreadnought on Forge World, which is a separate site, where it is still plastic, it's just resin. Um, so this is the second time they've done this. The first time they'd made this Dreadnought, this is it here. It was like monopose, so you could move the arms. That was it. It was just in this one pose, and a lot of people were not happy with it. You probably see a few of them where people like modify them and put them in different poses, but that's a lot of cutting, and I like that. I like that kind of stuff, but it's also not fun to be doing. Price tag as well. It's all on one sprue. It's all on one sprue. So that was the posability of that one, and that was the Forge World dynamic pose on it. But the newer one is great. It's literally the entire resin one, but in plastic. You can still have the same amount of posability. So that's fantastic. I still need to get it, but I think this is actually a really cool one. Horse Heresy, I don't even know the rules, and I have this entire box set. I don't even know how to play the game, but it's a really good box set for the models. So if you have a load of money and you can split it with a friend, be my guest, go for it. The Space Marines in 40k have a load of variety, and there's all these different factions here. The top ones being Space Marines, which is just because you can make your own factions. Top ones being Space Marines, Black Templars, Blood Angels, Dark Angels, And Ultramarines are the poster boys. Yeah, they have some really cool models. This Rupi Guilliman, so this is the literal son of God himself. Ultramarines can do whatever they want, whenever they want, and can do whatever they can. They pretty much have plot armor on their side, but they are my first army. I got them in the 8th edition starter box sets. Love them to this day. Bit of an Ultramarines fanboy myself. Bloody blah Smurfs. The funny jokes. I'm sure some of you get what I'm saying, but yeah, they have a great range of models, and so do the other ones. Blood Angels are space vampires. They are red. They have a cool Primarch named Sanguinius. I don't know too much of the lore about the Blood Angels, but I know they suffer from a funny little disease which makes them into these guys. As far as I know, they do look pretty cool though. Dark Angels are funny little space knights, so they are shrouded in secrecy because they don't want to look in the past because some of them were traitors, so they're trying to get rid of that. So aesthetic wise, they're pretty cool. They're space knights, so they have that whole vibe going on for them. Black Templars believe in nothing but crusades and the Emperor, and if you say anything off topic, you are getting burnt at the stake, pal. So these guys are badass, really cool. Love their models. Like, look at this. This guy here is High Marshal Helbrecht. The dude is literally cleaning his sword as he's just stabbed this orc. So they have that entire vibe. It's an absolutely gorgeous model. Their whole range is lovely. They literally just got a refresh as well. So all these models are new. So in the past, you would have had to literally just get these and paint them black. There you go. Best of luck.